So we took a trip today. We're at the Laurel Highlands Jeep Fest, and we came here for the side-by-side demo put on by Miller's Power Sports. Now what we're here to look at is, although they have a lot of great side-by-sides on demo, including the Wolverine R-Spec behind us, what we're most interested in today is a brand new Wolverine X4. Now Yamaha has just released this, and this is pretty much just a 4-seat version of the Wolverine. Now I found the seats of the X4 to be very, very comfortable. Probably the most comfortable seats I have ridden in a side-by-side yet. There is one thing here though that I need to point out, and that is this little bump in here that serves as the door latch. If you're not careful, it does kind of get in the way. If you go to put your foot up here first, you're going to kind of smack your knee off of here and hit that here. But as long as the steering wheel is up out of the way, it's not too bad. But if you forget to put the steering wheel up, if you have it in your comfortable driving position, then you're going to be kind of fighting this here. So you just got to remember to put the steering wheel up. Now when I first saw this machine, the one thing I was worried about was when I saw the size of these doors. You know, they look small, but in reality, I mean, the way this is cut and sculpted here, by the time you step up in, the size of these doors really doesn't hinder getting in and out at all. There's ample room here, at least for a fellow my size, to get in. They give you this nice little shoulder bump here that keeps you from flopping out, which I'll kind of prefer this over the big, huge, awkward nets that my Pioneers have. Those can kind of get in the way, where Yamaha just puts a simple little plastic shoulder bar here that you bump against in case of a rollover. And a nice padded grip here again for the passengers. And there is ample foot room in here as well for your feet. And the one thing about my 1000, and this is kind of the same way, because of the engine, where the engine is, you have the big mount here over the engine, the hump. And so it does the same as my Pioneer, kind of kick your feet off to the side a little bit, but I will say it's not as severe as my 1000. Now the dash layout of the X4 I really like. The steering wheel is nice and comfortable. It's got, of course, the bolstered hand grips here. It is, of course, tilt steering. And just to the left you have your 4-wheel drive controls here. Simple, easy to use turn knobs, so whether you're wearing riding gloves or not, you're going to be able to get to them easy. And they're right there within reach. And one thing I like about this that my Pioneer 1000 doesn't have is this has a designated park and brake that you can set. And I just like to have that little extra security. There is no park, you got the park and brake, and then you have low, high, neutral, and reverse right here with that. Of course, you got this nice big display gauge in the front. And one nice thing I really like Yamaha does here is they go ahead and give you these blanks for switches. So you're able just to pop these rubber inserts out and put your switches for your winch, for extra lights, whatever. Of course, you've got, I don't know how many cubby holes here for cup holders. You got 2 up here, 4 right here in the back. A nice large glove box in here, although it is worth pointing out that this does not have any rubber seal around it of any kind. So if you get into a lot of heavy water, splash and stuff, chances are it's probably going to get water in there. So that's just a reminder for that. And of course you get this nice adjustable grab bar for the passenger as well. And I am finally glad to see that Yamaha finally got rid of those little hook clippy things here and I've put an automotive style switch on this thing. One lever, pull it, close it, you don't have to clip those. So thank you, Yamaha. Yamaha has designed the Wolverine X4 to be very user-friendly too. Maintenance is super simple on this guy, especially when it comes to as far as getting to the air box to check your air cleaner. You pop your hood up and it's right here. You have your 4 typical catch clips here, pop off. You're right there into your air filter. And then to check the oil, it is a little more involved. This center panel here has to come off, but there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twist clips here that you just twist. This pops off and it gets you right in there for your oil. So I want to thank Ernie from Miller Power Sports for letting us get behind the wheel of this guy. And I wanted to ask you, as far as what the customers are saying about this machine, is there a lot of people excited for this new Yamaha?
Yeah, there were actually a lot of people right from the launch that were trying to get a hold of us, asking for pricing quotes, wanting to get in line to see these things, ride them, so on and so forth. A lot of our customers knew that we do this demo event each year, so they were lined up here today and they'll be here tomorrow to go to actually take this thing for a ride.
And I think this is going to be a very popular side-by-side for Yamaha, because this is going to fit kind of right in the niche for them, where they've kind of had that opening. They didn't have any machine that fit. You had people that wanted to be able to carry multi-people in with them, but people didn't want a machine as big as, say, the Yamaha Viking 6, and that was too large for them. So by going with this more compact machine, Yamaha, I think, is going to hit a sweet spot here. I think they're going to do very well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. One thing we didn't have was called a troll-worthy multi-passenger vehicle. This kind of hits the spot. And from what we've seen with, we've had quite a few trade-ins with the Kawasaki Teryx 4. This kind of goes after that same customer, but it's going to give them a brand new powertrain, a new generation chassis. Compared to the Teryx 4, I hate to really compare it to that, because it does kind of fall in a different class, but it's more comfortable, it's quieter, it's a lot cooler inside, and with new accessory packages, a lot of the accessories, especially for the cab, are already integrated with the chassis, so there's no cutting, there's no drilling, things like that.
Yeah, which is really nice. And I was impressed. I noticed that while we were riding there, the temperature gauge was up, and we were reading about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and you could not feel hardly a lick of heat coming from that center of this machine. It was impressive.
Yeah, the newer engines do run at a higher operating temperature. That's just kind of normal what we've seen. Fan kind of kicks on typically about 207, 208 as indicated on there. Shuts back off down in the low 190s from what we've seen, but it doesn't transmit a lot of heat through the cabin. And when you're moving, you don't get much at all. Yeah.
So is it enough to make me want to trade my Pioneer 1000 in on? It's close, you know, it's right there where, I tell you what, comfort-wise, this thing far surpasses my Pioneer 1000. Power-wise, I think the Pioneer has a little edge on this, but I think for the main market that this is aimed for, it's spot on as far as just the perfect balance of everything.
Yes.
Ernie, once again, I want to thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming out.
Where's your dealer located if anyone wants to come check one of these out?
We're Miller's Motorsports. We're located in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, so actually only a couple minutes from this demo site. You can find us on the web at millersmotorsports.com or on Facebook.
And I will make sure to leave a link to their Power Sports shop in my description below for you guys, so you can just click on that and head over there too. Again, Ernie, thank you for having me. And as always, guys, remember, keep on riding.